Hey guys, so this video is meant specifically for magicians. Now if I post, I don't know if I'm going to, but if I post this in my most visited and posted, if that makes sense, Facebook group, that I post on mostly. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but if I do, you guys, I'm preaching to the choir. But if you are a YouTuber magician, and you're kind of intermediate skill level and still learning in magic, by all means, keep posting videos. I know that a lot of magicians want to kind of discourage you and say, "Oh, you got to practice more," and that's a horrible video. But I think putting yourself out there is how, you learn. You learn to take critique. And I've talked about this in my past videos. So if you want more information on that and my thoughts specifically, everybody has different ideas. Nobody, we're homogenous. I think I use that word in the right way. Nobody thinks the same exactly. But if you want my 2 cents on that topic, going through puberty again, go back to that video. That was a good one. Trying to cover it because I'm trying to be polite. But anyways, really hit the spot. I got McDonald's for dinner. As you can see, I'm kind of the McDonald's kind of guy. I make everybody there look thin though. But this video is specifically for magicians. And I know there's quite a few on my channel that follow me, or at least the ones that are active in the comment section, which I really appreciate, by the way. And sorry for covering my face like this rudely and unthoughtfully as I'm talking in this video. I'm a very touchy-feely guy. But, okay, didn't mean it to go to that. Anyways, so what I wanted to get to is this is Winsome Thought Wednesdays. I thought that would be a cute way to title the title of the video. But what I wanted to talk about was, if I can remember, because I'm the kind of person where I have an idea and I go to do it and I'm 2 stops out of my room and I immediately have no idea what I was thinking of. But what I wanted to speak about was the idea of pattern and presentation in a trick. I kind of touched on this before in a previous video. What's a video? A Biden video? I don't know. A previous video. But what I want to say is nothing really new, but just kind of a fresh, as I said, winsome perspective on it, something rehashed out and thought about through the way that I think of things, and just kind of bringing this back up to knowledge. I know a lot of people, it seems, it's very popular today, and it always has been, in magic, to do things just with music. And I think some effects, like especially stage effects, but even close-up effects can be done to music and be done well, and be done executed well and look great, and the music fits the magic. And magic also before, was an art where it was done silently. But I think we've come such a far way in magic where presentation and patter being your words and the thoughts that you put together, the way that you present things with your words, are so important if you decide to go that route. And I think it's very important to go that route if you can't act out the video well and make it engaging when the video is silent. Because magic and mime have a lot in common with the whole silent acting thing. But if you're not good at expressions and engaging people with the way that you move as you're doing your trick, and you're just kind of going here, put the card in there, blah blah blah, in your mind, and you're just going through the motions. It can be very dull and uninteresting. So your pattern, your presentation, your words really make or break the effect. So all I want to say is, when you're putting your video out there, think and watch it. And this is from my own advice of trial and error. If you're going to go the silent route or the music route, think, is this appealing? Is the music upbeat? Is this a fun video? Can somebody sit through this whole 5-minute video or 3-minute video or whatever, 2 minutes, and not get bored of it? Do I have that personality? Can I, kind of be animated without the music? Or do I need pattern presentation? And pattern presentation is not just, I have words now, so I don't need to be interesting with my movements and my action. That should be important too. And maybe not the way you go like this, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what this means. But, and I still am working on this, but your energy level and your voice and the excitedness that you have when you're doing a trick, like, for example, the ambitious card, where you put a card in the middle, and make sure I have my words right. Speaking of words, put a card in the middle of the deck, and it jumps to the top. If you're gonna say, and I'm guilty of this, that I've done it before, and it's not good. If you say, hey, look, I have a card, I'm gonna put it in the middle of the deck, it's gonna jump to the top. The first time, okay, yeah, because you're explaining the trick. But if you keep doing that and be like, look, I put it in the middle, it jumps to the top. Look, I do it again, it jumps to the top. It could be very uninteresting. Still a good trick and fooling the spectators, and still captivating enough if they've never seen it before. But as magicians, we're entertainers. We're supposed to doing our best job, especially if you're going to put yourself on a video or perform live. And if you don't do either, I don't even know what you're doing. I know people don't have the time to maybe be as engaged in their craft or their interest as much as others, in this case magic, and this really goes to whatever hobby you may have if you're watching this out of interest and you're not a magician. But lost my train of thought. But anyways, it's important that it's important that you have something thought out, where instead of just I'm going to do this, then this happens, I'm going to do this, then this happens. Instead, think of a story. Think of something that will appeal to the audience and make them not ever forget the trick. Because another thing is, if the trick isn't that good, you should be interesting. It's either the trick has to be 100% amazing, or you have to be 100% amazing. But the best thing is for both of those to be in play. And you can have a character where your interesting factor is that you're kind of mysterious. After all, magic and mystery kind of go together. But, kind of like David Blaine. And Chris Angel, he's kind of like that rock star and cool thing, which a lot of people dislike in the magic community, except for like beginners that are getting started and they find him interesting. And different people have different opinions about him, even about David Blaine or really any magician. People have their different thoughts. Like, when I was explaining that earlier, people just think differently and have different opinions. But nonetheless, make sure you if you don't have a character per se, make sure that you're interesting. That you have something to bring to the table, because at the end of the day, you either want them to remember you, and I'm talking about your audience, or you want them to remember your performance. And it's up to you what category you want that to go in and what category you want to go. I'm not telling you which one to do. I'm just saying choose one. But in my opinion, both is very important. Having an interesting character and having interesting magic. But some people just are not at the same skill level as others. And so your character and your personality can really help amplify your magic. Well, I thought that would help. Hopefully that inspired some of you guys. And I will see you in the next video. Stay caffeinated. Peace.